Boom, shakalaka, shakalaka, hiney ho. You know, I've been sitting around watching some major dumb fuckery here for the last, I don't know how long here, a couple days off and on, poking my little head in the dirty corners of the internet that I usually try not to look at too much because it's just too fucking retarded, quite honestly. But I guess, you know, it's a new year and it's time to turn over a new leaf, a new leaf from Central Park. And I might as well just go ahead and bust this out. Some people might believe this, some people might not believe this, but that's up to you. I'm just going to put the information out and you can go ahead and, for the people in the know, pieces of the puzzle will begin to fall into place. And for the people who don't know, well, who cares, right? Sometime last year, I don't know, when was it? February, March, April, sometime around then, boy, it's funny how much things change in a year, isn't it, when you look back, right? Felix Panthleon, or whatever the hell your last name is, was a guy who had absolutely no friends at all on the internet. None. I mean, basically no friends. He was a lone wolf doing his thing, fighting with everybody and pretty much just constantly doing his one-man trolling operation that was pretty fail, but whatever. He was a real trooper and he had a lot of energy, and I kind of thought to myself, you know, the guy might be okay. He just needs a little refinement, you know. He's a little young and green and a little bit stupid, but I don't know how it was exactly, but I ended up kind of befriending the guy a little bit, reaching out to him and saying, hey, you know, you've got some talent. I mean, you seem to do some graphics work and you do a podcast and you have some skills when it comes to manipulating and using and taking advantage of the social media. Why in the world aren't you, you know, putting it together and doing something productive with yourself, right? Instead of running around claiming Alex Jones is Bill Hicks and all this other shenanigans, which, to be honest with you, at the time, I thought was either some kind of completely retarded bullshit or was one of the most ingenious trolling gimmicks I'd ever seen. It's, I guess, kind of in the eye of the beholder. To be honest with you, sometimes I think it is kind of funny to see Alex Jones actually bite on such bullshit. And other times it's just fucking retarded. But to make a long story longer, I kind of, you know, reached out to the little homie and said, hey, you know, why don't we do a little collaborating here? Why don't we do a little podcast together or whatever? And we did one, and it was a lot of fun, actually. It was kind of funny. I mean, I was actually surprised. Behind the scenes, Felix is as fucking retarded as he is, he can actually be reasonably smart when it comes to certain things. And when it came to putting together his podcast, he knew what he was doing. And I was kind of impressed with that. I mean, not impressed to the point where I thought, you know, he was a genius or anything, but I was impressed with the fact that a guy who seemed like such a complete fucking retard was actually not what he appeared on the surface. And to continue to make a long story longer, I thought he was an alright guy, and we had some fun with that. In retrospect, I'm a sucker for certain people. I don't know why. I always go for the underdogs. You know what I mean? I'm always a sucker for the underdog, even if, I don't know. I just go for the underdog. I'm always rooting for the loser. And boy, oh boy, Felix is a loser. So I was really rooting for that guy. Every single person I knew just about on YouTube was like, man, that guy's a fuck up. You know, he's a complete fucking weirdo. He's a nut. He's a fuck up, man. Stay away from that guy, whatever. And you know what? I stood up for this dude, you know, outside his knowledge whatsoever. I was running around behind the scenes, whatever, and just, you know, not marketing the guy or whatever. But if his name would ever come up or people would try to give me shit about, you know, collaborating with him on a podcast, I'd be like, man, the guy's all right. You know, maybe you should give him a break. He's not such a bad guy. Little did I know. To make a long story even longer, because that's what I do. At some point, we decided we were going to do another podcast. I don't remember exactly the date. And we hooked up on, I don't know if it was Skype or Google Plus. Probably Google Plus. I don't use Skype. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But, well, we cut the podcast. We did all the thing. We did a couple retakes, a couple outtakes, and a couple whatever. Talked about what we were going to talk about. And everything went real smooth because, like I say, believe it or not, behind the scenes, the guy's actually pretty good at what he does. He's got a plan, I mean, he thinks it out. He knows what he's going to do. He comes. He doesn't waste a lot of time. There's no he's actually pretty good at what he's doing. But when we got done with the podcast, here's where it gets a little bit hard to talk about. But fuck it, it's 2016. I'm sorry, Felix, I'm just going to have to bust you out. When we got done with the podcast, Felix told me that he was gay. And that he kind of had a thing for me. Now, I'm not gay. It's 2016, like I say, I have no problem with homosexuals or gay people or lesbians or whatever. I couldn't care less who you sleep with or what you do. That's your damn business as far as I'm concerned. And quite frankly, I'm so comfortable with my sexuality that it doesn't bother me at all to even have a gay person tell me, a gay man, say that, that they're attracted to me or find me kind of sexy. It's happened a few times, and I don't know. It's not like I'm going to catch it. It's not like I'm going to fall over or freak out or punch him in the face or whatever. I mean, in a way, it's kind of flattering. It's just kind of like another person who finds you attractive. Unfortunately for Felix, I had to let him know that I was quite heterosexual and flattered and a little bit confused, to be honest with you, because it wasn't like we had any kind of a relationship going on. We'd only spoken a few times. But clearly that rejection or that whatever, however you want to take it, I don't know. I don't really know exactly how he would put it, and I don't know that he felt rejected. I'm not sure how he felt, to be honest with you. I'm sure he felt a little bit rejected or a little bit let down or whatever. But fast forward the tape, head forward, and like I say, there's people out there who know pieces that will start to fall into place once they hear this, and they will understand why he's so butthurt about certain individuals. Me and other people and people and people and people and people. And it's unfortunate, Felix. I mean, it's 2016, bro. You need to just come out of the closet and stop hating on the ladies. Stop picking on the women. Quit hating on the guys. Maybe you and Melvin have got a thing going on. I don't know. That's none of my business, right? But seriously, bro. No more secrets, dude. It's time to, it's just time to come out of the closet, Felix, and stop being a goddamn, aggressive, angry, borderline psycho running around attacking chicks all day. I mean, geez, you got some kind of weird thing going on there, bro. Knock it off, man. Anyway, I hope I didn't embarrass you, Felix, but since you don't have the guts to come out and say it, I just guess I'm going to have to just kind of shove you out there, and it is what it is. To the rest of you that have been attacked by this guy, I mean, I don't know. Do what you got to do with this information. Like I say, it's 2016. I'm not defending the guy, certainly, but maybe this information will help clarify where the source of this man's rage comes from. Stay butthurt, and I'll see you later.